Guys, prioritize your personal development. In a world full of distractions, in a world full of instant gratifications, be the individual to delay the gratification and gratify yourself with the results of the goals that you consistently and persistently move towards. Now understand that if you're not prioritizing your personal development, you're going to be underdeveloped in every aspect of life. So the moment you prioritize your personal development is the moment you can expand in every area. And so every area of your life will be a better experience instead of a burden to bear, because you are too underdeveloped to amplify and make that experience better as an experience. So the whole point of your personal development is to create the best experience for yourself and the people around you. So when you don't prioritize your personal development, your experience on earth in your life that you only get once is going to be less than the best. And if your experience is less than the best, it's fucking less. So do some shit to not have a lesser existence. Now, understand that priorities are very important, because what you prioritize is what's going to get done. So when you prioritize the pleasure, the porn, the drink, the smoke, the weed, I mean, you never missed a day smoking the weed. I mean, you're ridiculous. You're a ridicule. You're the embodiment of ridicule. You're a bitch. And so if you're not picking up that book and pursuing that personal development, if you're not in the self-development community, link in the description, pursuing that personal development and prioritizing daily to become better and enhance yourself as a personality in the existence that you get once, to maximize yourself in every area of life instead of remaining an incompetent piece of shit. Understand that if you prioritize the friendships and the distractions and the retractions and the refractions of the light that you are supposed to emit, the light within you that you're supposed to protrude outward and diverge into the universe through pursuing that personal development. The moment you start pursuing that personal development, you become a different individual. It's called personal development for a reason. You are developing yourself. You transform into something much more. You expand into something much more wider. You are more intense. You are just more, you're better as an individual. You are a higher quality. You are proliferating in quality as a entity in the universe, as a existential entity in the universe, as a existing, self-recognizing, intelligent primate. You are rising in quality instead of stagnating and slowly depleting and decreasing. And while you were decreasing, we were increasing, because every time you increase the smoke and the vape and the drink, and every time your tolerance was too high, so you needed to take another one, or you needed to drink another two. Our tolerance for pain, our capacity to endure what we don't want to do, became so fucking intense that any burden to bear is easily overcame, to overcome all that comes our way. Any burden is going to be buried if you give it to us. So while you complain about the little problems of your life, while you look in the mirror and realize that you look like shit, and then you feel like shit, when we realize that we look like shit, we do everything in our might to not look like shit and to remain the piece of shit bitch that is reflecting back at you. Reality is reflective. Pussy. The fuck is that? Now, guys, you need to wake up with the intention to pursue and prioritize your growth as an individual. The plant, the monkey, the chimpanzee is not deviating from its best interest. Why are you deviating from your best interest? When you smoke, when you drink, when you watch the porn, when you feed the addictions and the weakness, and you poke holes into your own soul, and then you allow that weakness to infest your mind and then manifest out of you as these weird addictions, like you can't go without something externally. You're operating from a level of heterostasis. As a monkey, as a primate, as a overdeveloped primate, that's what you are. To depend on something externally is to be fucked. Everything in the universe is literally operating from homeostasis, to be balanced from within, to have control over their mind and to direct their will into what they want to put their will into. You don't have control over your own mind, and that is a serious issue and you've neglected the responsibility to understand and comprehend the velocity of that issue. Therefore, that issue has been growing this entire time in your unconscious, in your subconscious, while you allow it to grow and infest you and, make you a low-level piece of shit until you fucking die. And so the goal is to not be a low-level piece of shit. It's to confront the piece of shit bitch in the mirror, to embrace the fact you're a bitch, and to do everything to not be a bitch. You see, you're too ignorant to embrace the fact you're a bitch. If we didn't embrace the fact we were a pussy, well, we would have never transformed out of that. You have to understand that you're sick to be took to the doctor. If you don't believe that you're, mentally ill when you watch porn every fucking night, if you don't believe you're mentally ill when you literally poison yourself every night with a bottle to make yourself feel better for being that stagnating, stressful piece of shit. I mean, guys, you can't get worse than that. Every time you pick up the weed, you're escaping your reality. How about you confront it, solve the problems, and then build the reality that you don't need to escape? I mean, you guys are so fucking rational and so intelligent, but you couldn't realize that your life is a big fucking problem and the source of it is you. So the moment you realize that you are a source emanation of your reality, negative and positive, is the moment you can actually make a move to make a change, instead of point the finger at everyone else but yourself. Where you point the finger is where the power goes. So point it at your fucking chest and embrace the fact you're a pussy for allowing all that shit to continue in your fucking life without you responding to the responsibility of handling your fucking business like a fucking adult or as a fucking teen. The moment you can actually think with your mind is the moment you should be solving problems. The only reason you have a mind is to solve a problem. So every time you have a problem and you solve it, that's where you find different levels of yourself. The more intense the problem, the bigger burden to bear, the more strength you can extract out of that. But so many people rather complain and sit around and just be low-level pieces of shit instead of solve the one problem that would make everything so much easier for themselves. And we have individuals that even create problems, and the goal of personal development is to never be one of those fucking retards that will sit there and reverberate inadequacy and then feed the inadequacy and then postulate this energy that ruminates and contaminates everything around them with this negative ass stifling piece of shit, non-constructive, always reductive fucking energy. Guys, confront the individual in the mirror and realize that you have some imperialistic construction to work on for yourself, to build the mindset to become a savage every day, to wake up with the intention to never miss that wake up, to never miss the workout, to never miss the macro cow, to always pick up the book and see what you can learn as an individual to expand your mental arsenal to be more competent, and then to go out into the world and apply what you've learned instead of be a fucking individual who has knowledge but isn't applying this shit. If you can't apply the knowledge, if you can't apply the shit you know in your brain, well, guess what? It doesn't fucking matter. Literally, it's not turning into it's not being actualized. It's not turning into a reality. If you have knowledge within your mind, if you know something about nutrition, if you know something about being a better individual and growing yourself in every aspect of life, to not apply that is to not have that, even though you have that. It's a metaphysical item and it exists within your mind. So until you can externalize it and create results from what the fuck you know, well, guess what? You don't know shit until you can actually show us what you know by showing us, the item, whatever the fuck you need to prove who the fuck you are and what the fuck you do and what the fuck you know. It's that simple. If you're not growing in every aspect of life, you are a low-level piece of shit, bitch! And we are going to expand beyond your fucking measurement every fucking day, and then we're going to run it up in your face. And while you remain an envious, insecure, low-level bitch, we're just going to be better than you every fucking day. Now, guys, one-on-one mindset coaching, link in the description. And, take this energy and create something with your life. Don't be a stagnating subordinate. I'm not even going to say the word. Guys, you already know the deal. Guys, pursue your personal development. You're behind the fear you won't face, behind the work you won't put in, behind the individual you need to confront is everything you want. It's the body you want, the mindset you want. Eventually you're gonna expand outward and you're gonna start looking at other things to serve other people. The gift that you found in yourself, everything is within. So Look within yourself to, find what you always needed instead of seeking it externally, because that's how you ruin the one fucking life you'll get, and then lie to yourself that it's not ruined, and then now you're a half-assed, undone, unworked on, low-level, incompetent, inbred, retard, fucktard, bitch! So, guys, pursue that personal development. Every day is wake up and max the fuck out day and demonstrate who the fuck you're not day. Peace!